Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
The following is a question and answer session given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj on April 13th, 2013 in Silchar, India. The question and answer session was given with the Safari devotees.
Haribo. How is everyone?
How is everyone?
Cut the log. ¿Cómo está?
¿Cómo está?
So, this place is Silchar.
So this place is Silchar.
It's on the opposite side of Bangladesh.
This is on the opposite side of Bangladesh.
Between Bangladesh and Myanmar or Burma.
Between Bangladesh and Myanmar or Burma.
These places are very remote from the rest of India.
These places are very remote to the rest of India.
The next state over to the east is Manipur.
The next state over to the east is Manipur.
And when you go to Manipur, it's an interesting combination of culture.
When you go to Manipur, it is an interesting combination of culture.
A disciple of Narottam Das, he went to Manipur
Disciple of Narottam Das, he went to Manipur
and he converted the king to Gaudiya Vaishnavism.
and he converted the king to Gaudiya Vaishnavism.
So to this day, the people there wear tilak.
So till today, the people there wear tilak,
Especially the ladies.
especially the ladies.
It's a normal, like they wear red dots in India, they wear tilak in Manipur.
Like in India, the other part of India, they wear red dot. So in Manipur, the ladies wear tilak.
That doesn't mean they follow any rules.
That doesn't mean they follow any rules.
They have some of the ancient Gaudiya Vaishnava culture.
But they have some of the ancient Gaudiya Vaishnavism culture.
At the same time, there are terrorists who are fighting for a separate state from India.
At the same time, they have terrorists who are fighting for a separate state of India.
And there are 7 rings of mountains surrounding Manipur.
There are 7 rings of mountains surrounding Manipur.
And when you go through that, the road is very bad.
When you go through the by road, it's very bad.
You can really feel that it's a neglected part of India.
You can really feel that it's a neglected part of India.
Maybe you experienced that on the road from Shillong to here.
Maybe you would have experienced that from Shillong to here.
When you go there, Manipur, they say, oh, you have come from India.
When you go to Manipur, they will say that, oh, you have come from India.
Although they're part of India, but they don't like that.
although they are part of India, but they don't like it.
This, so, but anyway, the ancient culture is Gaudiya Vaishnavism.
Anyway, the ancient culture is Gaudiya Vaishnavism.
It's very important to teach, to show a good example.
It's very important to preach and to show a good example.
Some people get initiation from other institutions
Some people, they get initiation from other institute
because they say that they will become vegetarian in the future
because they say that they will become vegetarian in the future
and they will chant
and they will chant
someday
some days
in the future.
in the future.
Or they give aspirant, they give initiation.
When we give aspirant, they give initiation.
So this is a situation.
So this is the situation.
But the people here, on one hand, they very much like to chant, they like Lord Chaitanya.
In one hand, the people here, they very much like to chant and they like Lord Chaitanya.
But they need a lot of association.
But they need a lot of association.
So this part of India has been my zone since a long time.
So this part of India has been my zone since long time.
At least Assam and Tripura.
At least Assam and Tripura.
So Gaur Das, he struggled alone here.
So Gaur Nitai Das, he struggles alone here.
And he built the temple,
And he built this temple,
which was a real feat.
which was a real feat.
I tried to empower devotees
I try to empower devotees
to take up the challenging services.
to take up different challenging services.
So that's why we have temples in these far out states.
That's why we have temple in these far east states.
We're going to tomorrow to Karimganj.
We will be going to Karimganj tomorrow.
And I haven't visited there for about 7 years.
I haven't visited there for 7 years.
So I'd like to see what's done.
I'd like to see what's been done.
Probably we should send our dance team again today
Probably we have to send our advance team there today
to make sure that the facilities are suitable.
to make sure that the facilities are suitable.
People there will be very enthusiastic, but it's a smaller place.
People there will be very enthusiastic, but it's a smaller place.
Here the temple is in the heart of the city, and there's a little on the outskirts.
Here the temple is in the little height of the city, but there the temple is in the outskirts.
And then you go to Tripura. Damanagar is part of Tripura.
Oh, I see. Then we go to Tripura.
That's the state.
That's the state.
And our first stop in the state
And the first stop in the state
is Damanagar.
is Dharmanagar.
Damanagar, some devotees have given us land
In Dharmanagar, some devotees have given us land.
Although it's a small place,
Although it's a small place,
apparently it's quite well facilitated.
apparently it's quite well facilitated.
So we hope that they'll have nice facilities for you.
So we hope that they will have a nice facilities for you.
We just stay there a day
We will be there just for a day.
in the state of Tripura in the mountains.
The state of Tripura in the mountains.
There are tribals.
There are tribals.
Some of them are also terrorists.
Some of them are also terrorists.
So the road is dangerous.
So the road is dangerous.
So we are going by train.
So we are going by train.
And I'm going for the first time of train.
I am going in the last 4 years. I'm going to go by train for the first time.
With the safari.
With the safari. Ever since he had a health issue, this is the first time he's going to go by train. First time. In the last 4 years.
And they have a helicopter.
They have helicopter service also.
But there's no step.
But there is no step to get into the helicopter.
So, anyone helicopter ride, it's about 2,000 yen.
If anyone wants a helicopter ride, it's about 2,000 per head.
Rupees.
Rupees. 2,000 rupees.
Can you go on the roof? Can you go on the roof?
Roof, yes. Helicopter roof.
I don't think so. And they had to cut off by the
Chopper.
Tripura is a place that the king of Tripura had engaged Om Vishnupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in his college days.
Tripura, the king of Tripura, he had Om Vishnupad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in his college days.
To be a tutor for his children.
To be a tutor for his children.
And later on he became a patron of the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya.
And later on he became a patron of the birthplace temple of Lord Chaitanya, which is Yogapith.
The hereditary king of Tripura is still a trustee or something of the birthplace.
The king of Tripura is still a trustee of the birthplace temple of Lord Chaitanya.
So the president there in Agartala is an Italian.
So the president there in Agartala is an Italian.
He likes to cook pizza.
He likes to cook pizza. Latest report, there is no oven. He has only a small oven.
You buy one big one.
I'm not making any promises.
Anyway, I will not make any promises.
But they know where his heart is.
But they don't.
They know where his heart is.
They know where his heart is.
They know where the heart is.
You know where his heart is.
знаешь, что вот
So, this state of Tripura is the extreme other side of permanence.
So this state of Tripura is an extreme of the other side of Bangladesh.
и он находится прямо на другой стороне.
It's near the city of Comilla,
It's near the city of Komila,
which is the western side of Bangladesh.
it's the western side of it's the east side of the Bangladesh.
Восточная часть вообще.
Anyway, the people there speak Bengali and they're very enthusiastic.
Anyway, the people there, they speak Bengali and they are very enthusiastic.
So this is the first time our safari is going.
This is the first time the safari is going.
And I'm sure you'll make a good impression.
I'm sure that you will make a very good impression.
Я уверен, что получится очень хорошее впечатление.
So, this is the little introduction.
This is just a little introduction.
Это всего лишь маленькое вступление.
But I'm very grateful
But I'm very grateful
that you're come on this safari.
that you have come on the safari.
Но я очень счастлив, очень горд, что вы
Even the MLA in Guwahati, the governor, they appreciate it.
Even the MLA and governor in Guwahati, they have appreciated.
And how your universal brotherhood message of peace was very opportune time.
How the universal brotherhood and the message of peace,
It was a good opportune moment
it was a good opportune moment.
because
Вселенская власть
in all these states
дружество, это было очень
there's so
хорошее.
much upheaval
И
and
вот там, где мы были, это мероприятие,
Because
Гуахати.
Because in all these states there are so much upheaval.
Потому что других
so
они очень.
there's no political solution.
There is no political solution.
Потому что
The only solution is
решение,
The only solution is
chanting Hare Krishna
chanting Hare Krishna
решение повторять Харе Кришна.
and going on his way.
and going on safari.
So there are some questions and answers.
Итак,
There are some questions and answers.
вопросы.
You can tell me a question, I'll tell you the answer. Or you can tell me the answer and I'll tell you the question.
You can tell me the question and I'll tell you the answer, or I can tell you the question and you can give me the answer.
You give me the answer, I'll give you the question.
You give me the answer, I'll give you the question.
Или вы задаете вопросы, я вам отвечаю.
They're bringing more hot.
В обе стороны диалог.
Salvanandini,
So please do it louder so everybody can hear you.
Guru Maharaj, I would like to know how should we see Kamakya, how we should see the Devi, and what is her relation to Subhadra Devi?
Вопрос был такой, что там
I'd like to see how we see
How we should
Kamakya.
see Kamakya Devi and what is
Her relation to Subhadra.
her relationship with Subhadra.
Kamakya Devi
Kamakya Devi
is an aspect of the external energy of Krishna.
she is an aspect of external energy of Krishna.
Krishna has many
внешней энергии.
energies,
Krishna has many energies,
У Кришны есть огромное
and one of those is his external energy,
and one of those is external energy,
внешняя энергия.
by which we are kept in illusion,
by which we are kept in illusion.
and we think we're the body, and we think we're the body,
And we think that we are this body,
И поэтому мы думаем, что это тело.
that we are separate from Krishna.
and that we are separate from Krishna.
И что мы живем, находимся в мире отдельно от Кришны.
but by the external energy,
but by this external energy,
Krishna can't come and manifest his pastimes
Krishna can come and manifest his pastime
in different universes.
in different universes.
So he comes in different avatars.
So he comes in different avatars.
He also comes in his original form,
He also comes in his original forms,
and there he manifests his unlimited pastimes.
and there he manifests his unlimited pastimes.
So devotees,
So devotees,
they come and participate in the Lord's unlimited pastimes.
so the devotees, they come and participate in the Lord's unlimited pastimes.
So, in one sense,
In one sense,
the external energy is not different
the external energy is non-different
from Radharani and all the other energies.
and from Radharani and the other energies.
And that's the Leela in Anavadip. Shimantini realizes her non-difference from Radharani.
And that's the Leela in Navadip Dham. Simantini, she realizes that she's non-different from Radharani.
But in this material world,
But in this material world,
she normally manifests
she normally manifests
the three modes:
the three modes,
tamas, rajas, sattva.
tamas, rajas and sattva.
She is manifesting, she's doing the creation,
She's doing the creation,
maintenance,
maintenance
and destruction
and destruction
on the will of the Lord.
on the will of the Lord.
These energies are super powerful.
These energies are super powerful.
We are marginal energy, we're very small.
We are marginal energy and we are very small.
But these personal energies of the Lord, they are, imagine,
This personal energy of the Lord, imagine
Ananda Koti Brahmanda,
Ananta Koti Brahmanda,
unlimited millions of universes,
unlimited millions of universes.
all are manifested by the external energy of the Lord.
All are manifested by the external energy of the Lord.
And she is present in every universe.
And she presents in every universe.
So, if you want, if people pray to her for some material benefits,
People pray to her for some material benefit.
and it's like the superintendent of the jail.
She's like the superintendent of the jail.
She can give you a better cell, nice facility,
She can give you a better cell or nice facilities.
but she can't give you freedom.
But she can't give you freedom.
That you have to get from Krishna.
That you have to get from Krishna.
So, if you are able to serve Krishna and He gives you freedom,
If you are able to serve Krishna and He gives you freedom,
you know, back to Godhead,
go back to Godhead.
then Prabhupada said that the external energy offers you her obeisances.
And then Prabhupada said that the external energy offers obeisances. Offers you obeisances.
Congratulations.
Obeisances.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Now, the Subhadra is the internal potency.
Now, Subhadra is the internal potency.
And so she's the superior energy of Krishna.
She is the superior energy of Krishna.
Her, you see, like external energy tells us, oh, I'm American, I'm Indian, I'm Bolivian, I'm...
External energy tells us that I'm American, I'm Indian, I'm Bolivian.
And the internal potency tells us, you're the father of Krishna,
And
my father Krishna.
And the internal energy tells us that our father is Krishna.
Oh, you are the father of Krishna.
You are the father of Krishna.
You are mother of Krishna.
The mother of Krishna.
You are a friend of Krishna.
A friend of Krishna.
So our pastime with Krishna requires a certain amount of illusion.
Our pastimes with Krishna requires certain amount of illusion.
A higher spiritual illusion.
Higher spiritual illusion.
Like Vasudeva, he saw Krishna kill Kamsa.
Like Vasudeva, he saw Krishna killing Kamsa.
And he realized that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
He realized that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
So he offered his respect.
And so he offered his respect
Formally.
formally.
Om Namo
Om Namo
Vamanaya Krishna.
Vamanaya.
Krishna didn't want that.
Krishna doesn't want that.
Krishna wanted that he should act as his father.
Krishna wants that he should act as his father.
So with the Yoga
So with Yogamaya,
he gives some of the Leela Shakti.
so with Yogamaya, he gives some of the Leela Shaktis.
And then, Vasudeva, oh my son Krishna.
Then Vasudeva feels like, oh, my son Krishna.
So then his natural affection for Krishna came out as a father.
Then his natural affection for Krishna came out as his father.
So there are many aspects to Yogamaya.
So there are many aspects to Yogamaya.
I don't know all
I don't know all
because she's unlimited.
because she is unlimited.
Radharani, who is the pleasure potency of Krishna.
Radharani, who is the pleasure potency of Krishna,
Says to see that Krishna is healthy.
she keeps Krishna happy.
Although Krishna is Atmaram,
Although Krishna is Atmaran,
but still he becomes healthier.
but still he becomes happier.
So we have no idea how great Radharani is.
We don't have any idea how great Radharani is.
All the queens, all the gopis are her extensions.
All the queens, all the gopis are her expansion.
All the Lakshmis.
All the Lakshmis.
And I read that she had 28 billion personal servants.
She had 28 billion personal servants.
I mean that this planet has 8 billion.
I mean that
This planet has 8
this
billion.
planet has 8 billion people.
Her personal staff, 28 billion.
Her personal staffs are 28 billion.
She knows everyone by name.
She knows everyone by name.
Not only that, all of you.
Not only that, she knows all of you.
Just like Krishna can speak all languages, she also.
Just like Krishna can speak all the languages, she also.
Russian, Ukrainian,
Russian, Ukrainian,
Spanish,
Spanish,
Chinese.
Chinese.
But Krishna may show that you can never tell she's right.
But Krishna may show that she never tells.
But yeah, she's very humble.
She is very humble.
So, but she has extreme love of Krishna,
She has extreme love of Krishna,
of the highest level.
highest love.
Why Subhadra is called Bhadrakali? In Puran, in one stotra is written Jayabhadre Subhadretvam Sarvesham Bhadradayani Bhadrabhadra Swarupatam Bhadrakali Namastute. Why she is called Bhadrakali?
All the manifestations of external energy
All the manifestations of the external energy
are also coming from Subhadra.
are also coming from Subhadra.
She is the internal potency, but
She is the internal potency, but
she expands
she
as the external potency.
she expands as external potency.
We can see how Jayapataka, he was taken to be sacrificed to Bhadrakali.
We can see how Jada Bharat was taken as a sacrifice to Bhadrakali.
But Bhadrakali, she came alive
But Bhadrakali, she came alive
and slayed the dacoits who had offered
and then,
Jayapataka.
and then they killed the dacoits. She killed the dacoits who tried to offer Jada Bharat as sacrifice.
And this was shown by a great phenomenon
And this was shown by Madhurya Kadambini
in 2009.
in 2009.
I remember that
I remember that.
drama,
Part of drama, Safari.
tossing skulls.
Tossing skulls,
Drinking blood.
and drinking blood.
The Sakis of Bhadrakali, they were rejoicing, killing the Antagat.
Sakis of Bhadrakali, they were trying to kill,
They were rejoicing and killing the
rejoicing the
dacoits.
killing of the dacoits. Next question.
Is it true that Lord Chaitanya said that most of the people of Kali Yuga will not be able to maintain brahmachari full life? They should get married. Is that the question?
Yes, they are or getting very proud, or you know, or the woman leaving the process because they cannot find a partner, so they're unhappy.
The question I mentioned, did Mahaprabhu say that? You first said Prabhupada, now you said
I
Mahaprabhu.
said Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say that, Guru Maharaj?
People should be made accountable.
I cannot remember specifically where Lord Chaitanya said it.
I cannot remember specifically where Lord Chaitanya said that,
And I never heard specifically that he did.
and I never heard specifically that he did.
in the Vedas, 5 things are forbidden in Kali Yuga.
Although in the Vedas, 5 things are forbidden in Kali Yuga,
And one of those is sannyas.
and one of those is sannyas.
But they, Prabhupada said that that's for the karma sannyas of going and living in some forest.
That Prabhupada said that that is for karma sannyasis who are living in the forest.
That the Kali Yuga sannyasis live in some ashram and render service.
In Kali Yuga, sannyasis live in the ashram and render service.
But Prabhupada had mentioned that all the Panchatattva at one time or another were grihastas.
Prabhupada mentioned that at one time all the Panchatattvas were grihastas.
And generally, in Kali Yuga, most of the people become grihasta.
And generally in Kali Yuga, most of the people will become grihastas.
Still, in India, and otherwise, some would like to be brahmacharis.
In India and some other places, some of them would come like to a brahmacharis.
And at one point, Prabhupada said, this is our economy.
At one point, Srila Prabhupada said that this is our economy.
The economy,
The economy,
contradiction.
contradiction.
That we tell the men, try to be brahmacharis.
That we tell the man, try to be a brahmachari.
We tell the women, please get married.
We tell the women to get married.
Some survive as brahmacharis.
But some survived as brahmachari.
Many come to me, they want to change their ashram.
Many come to me, they wanted to change the ashram.
So that option is there.
So that option is there.
And whichever they feel stronger,
Whichever they will be stronger,
and that is recommended for them.
and that is very recommended for them.
The point is that whether you're a grihasta, whether you're a brahmachari, you should all be rendering devotional service.
The point is that whether you are a brahmachari or grihastha, you should be rendering devotional service.
It's different. We all have to fight against Maya.
We don't have to fight against Maya.
So, either as a vairagi, you fight alone,
You fight alone.
Either as a vairagi, you fight
If you are a
alone.
vairagi, you fight alone.
or as a grihasta,
Or as a grihastha,
and you take help from your wife
then you take help from your wife
and fight Maya.
and fight Maya.
So, Bhakti was, some of the men asked Bhakti-Thakur, what's the most important thing
Some
for
of the
a
men
grihasta?
Bhaktivinoda Thakur, what is the one of the most important thing
For a grihasta?
for grihasthas?
He said your partner,
He said that your partner,
that's the most important.
that's the most important.
If your partner is Krishna conscious,
If your partner is Krishna conscious,
then it's much, much easier
then it's much, much easier
to render devotional service.
to render devotional service.
So rather than looking for the flashy eyelids and the
Rather than looking for the fancy eyelids,
eyelids, twinkle in the eye,
twinkle in the eye.
see if the person is a good devotee.
See if the person is a good devotee
And if you can communicate
and communicate.
If we can
If
communicate.
he can communicate.
like that, anyway,
How to achieve taste of chanting Hare Krishna mantra in fast speed? No, fast way. Achieve this.
What's the fastest way to achieve?
What is the fastest way to achieve taste for Hare Krishna Mahamantra?
Fastest possible.
needed to chant fast or to achieve fast.
To chant fast or to achieve fast?
Achieve taste. Achieve taste fast.
Okay. To achieve taste fast.
To achieve taste fast.
Haridas Thakur told one devotee
Haridas Thakur told one devotee,
that if you chant loud,
if you chant loud,
it's 100 times more
100
Marvel.
times, it's 100 times more.
marvel. Because by loud chanting,
Because by loud chanting,
you're able to help other humans,
you will be able to help other humans,
animals,
animals,
plants,
plants,
mosquitoes,
mosquitoes,
cucarachas,
cockroaches,
bed bugs,
bed bugs,
and other living entities.
Every other living entity.
and every other living entities.
So that gives one 100 times the benefit.
So that gives one 100 times the benefit.
So Haridas Thakur would chant
So Haridas Thakur, he would chant 300,000
1,000 names,
names.
100,000 loud,
100,000 loud,
100,000 soft,
100,000 soft,
and 100,000 mentally.
and 100,000 mentally.
So since we only chant 25,000,
Since we only chant 25,000,
Prabhupada recommended it as far as possible, we try to chant out loud.
Prabhupada recommended that as far as possible try to chant out loud.
If you have natural attraction for Krishna
If your natural attraction for Krishna
increases,
increases,
then it's easier, then your taste will also increase.
then your taste will also increase.
Если пытаетесь сделать это специально, как сказать, натурально для Кришны, то ваш вкус также
I was reading how Haridas Thakur, he would chant louder and louder and drive other thoughts from his mind.
I was reading that Haridas Thakur, he would chant louder and louder and louder and to drive out all the other thoughts from the mind.
So I was a new bhakta.
So I was a new bhakta.
I had plenty of thoughts.
I had plenty of thoughts.
Я был новым бхактом,
I would chant loud.
So I would chant loud.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
And they all went to Prabhupada and said, this bhakta, he chants so loud, you can't think.
And the other devotees, they all went to Prabhupada and they complained that this bhakta, he chants so loud that we cannot compete.
Пришли к Прабхупаде и сказали, слушайте, раз новый бхакта, он
I would increase louder, louder, louder.
He increases louder and louder and
увеличивает всё
louder.
громкость все время, громче, громче и громче.
I'll give you some taste.
I was getting some taste.
А я ушел от вкуса.
But anytime a thought came, louder, louder.
Anytime any thought comes in, then I chant louder and louder and
И
louder.
как только
At the
какая-то
end I was
приходила, я делал
screaming.
громче, громче,
That
громче, и она орала уже.
that at the end I was screaming.
This guy crazy.
So the others said that this guy is crazy.
They all went to Prabhupada.
All went to Prabhupada.
So Prabhupada called me.
Then Prabhupada called me.
Why are you disturbing all the other devotees?
Why you are disturbing all the other devotees?
Chanting so loud.
Chanting so loud.
So I explained to Prabhupada.
So I explained to Prabhupada.
And he listened.
And he listened.
So he gave me permission to chant in the park.
Then he gave me the permission to chant in the park.
As loud as I want.
As loud as he wants.
Outside the temple. Outside the temple.
There was a park right outside the temple.
There was a park right outside the temple.
A park called Park Mount Royal.
That's called Park Mount Royal.
And that's the city is called Mount Royal.
That is the city called Mount Royal. Toronto, right?
Montreal. So I thought the loud chanting is very effective.
So I thought the loud chanting is very effective.
But gotta go to the park.
You look for park.
You have to look for a park.
Then I found an increase and then you decrease.
And I found that you increase, then you decrease.
Once the thought is gone,
Once the thought is gone, then you come down, decrease.
so not to disturb others.
Not to disturb others. Last question. In short, I think his question is, see if I'm right. In short, his question is how we could or whether we could use or preach to these tantric people who are practicing tantric by worshipping goddess Kamakya, and we as a follower Mahaprabhu, we are not allowed to practice tantric. So how to use these people in the service of Krishna? Is that a question?
There was a tantric who had some disagreement with Ram Das.
There was a tantric who had some disagreement with Ram Abhiram Das.
And in the end, he was engaged in the Sankirtan movement.
At the end, he was engaged in Sankirtan movement.
Also, Gadad Kach,
Also, Gadad Kach,
the son of Bhima,
the son of Bhima,
and Rakshasi.
and a Rakshasi.
So he was a devotee,
So he was a devotee,
and he used his mystic power,
and they used mystic power,
the tantric power,
the tantric power
that
they had
in the battle of Kurukshetra.
in the battle of Kurukshetra.
And read the Mahabharata about that.
You can read that in Mahabharata.
So we also have a disciple
You have a disciple.
who used to come sometimes on safari with us.
He used to come on safari with us.
He was one of the tantrics in Assam.
He was one of the tantric in Assam.
But he gave that up for Gaudiya Vaishnavism.
He
gave that up.
He gave that out to Gaudiya Vaishnavism.
But he uses his tantric
But he
abilities
uses his tantric
abilities
abilities
to cure people
to cure people
from different types of afflictions,
from different type of afflictions. Afflictions.
So he anti-tantra.
So he is anti-tantra. Or tantric.
He does the anti-tantra. So
he does anti-tantric.
and people are haunted, he takes out the subtle entities.
People are haunted, he takes out the subtle entities.
So he can use everything in the service of Krishna.
So he uses everything in the service of Krishna.
But these devas, devis, they are also devotees.
These devas and devis, they are also devotees.
And we can preach, we can either pray to them.
We can preach or pray to them.
Well, not preach, pray.
We can pray to them.
That to get some spiritual blessing.
To get some spiritual blessing.
As devotees worship Devi, to get Krishna as their husband.
To get, as the gopis, they worship to get Krishna as the husband.
And that's called Katyayani Puja.
That's called Katyayani Puja.
So, also the Vishnu Swami, he worshipped Lord Shiva to get spiritual knowledge.
Also Vishnu Swami, he worshipped Lord Shiva to get spiritual knowledge.
And Lord Shiva revealed to him spiritual knowledge.
And Lord Shiva revealed to him the spiritual knowledge.
So we offer obeisances to the devas, Devi, as devotees, and offer them our respect.
So we offer respect to the devas and devis as devotees, and we offer respect.
We don't want their material gifts.
We don't want their material gifts.
If we need, Krishna will give us.
If we need, they still give us.
No, Krishna will give us.
Krishna will give us.
We ask them for blessings to serve Krishna.
But we ask them for blessings to serve Krishna.
Alright?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,